Всем большой привет, Эйприл на связи, играем в Черное Зеркало 3. Нам нужно принести что-то связанное с Мордредом для нашей особой процедуры, которую собирается провести наш священник, отец Фредерик. Поэтому давайте, может быть, сбегаем домой и что-то я думаю, что вот помните, там у нас был подвал, в который мы не можем пройти. Я не знаю, может быть, что-то там надо взять. Ну, давайте посмотрим, короче.
Good day, sir.
Он ждет нас, окей.
Edward, I completely forgotten about him.
Он сказал, что я вообще забыл о нем.
Edward, I didn't expect you so soon.
If it's inconvenient, I could come back another time.
Да не, нормально. Давай.
Why are you here again?
You said I should come by during the course of the day, about an eventual position as butler.
Oh, yes. Excuse me, Edward. As you see, I don't really have time just now, and...
Perhaps I can help you.
Actually, there is something. It would be great if you could deliver this letter to Inspector Spooner. Tell him I found it while tidying up the greenhouse.
Of course.
You're not gonna tell anyone else about it. The thing with my eyes, I mean?
Most certainly not, sir. Discretion is the most important virtue of a butler.
Он очень хочет эту
Good
работу.
man. In other circumstances, he'd be the perfect new Bates.
Да, это точно. Давайте в холл. Давайте еще сходим наверх. Потому что у нас же этой книжки нету. Помните, которую мы с собой притаранили? Это книга хранителя, а вот из портала мы принесли эту книжку Мордреда. Её, наверное, надо взять с собой.
Even if the pages are blank, maybe the book will be useful for the exorcism. Who knows? It did once belong to Mordred, after all.
Больше тут ничего нет такого. Не знаю.
Photos of my ma and pa. They can't help me anymore either. And what have we got here? A pair of pliers. I don't need them right now.
Ну да, опять же. Кровать.
A shaky old bed. Full of woodworm. Perfect for dying in.
Да, комнатушка какая-то не слишком радужная. Помните, в первой части такой же сосуд был?
Ugh. Now I can see that I look as bad as I feel.
Руки помыть не хочешь? Ну ладно. Давайте, я не знаю, принесем книгу и спросим, может быть, я уж не знаю, достаточно этого или нет. Либо нам придется опять по вот этим локациям бегать, которая в лесу была, либо не знаю даже. Они уже переместились.
Ah, Adrian, there you are.
Да.
My son?
Книга.
I found a book that belonged to Mordred, but all the pages are blank.
How do you know it belonged to him then?
It's from his grave.
We can divert his attention from you with it. You'd better give that to me. Have
Ладно.
you found out anything else?
Mordred's wife was called Maria.
Ah, that's good to know. Those are worldly, familial things. I'm sure we can address Mordred with that, particularly if he loved her.
Well, He murdered her with a sword.
Oh, that's excellent. For our purposes, I mean.
Да.
Now we have enough information.
Хорошо. Отлично, я очень рада. Куда
Okay.
ложиться?
So, what happens now?
Just lie down here and trust in Jesus, our Lord.
На холодный пол.
Miss Antolini, are you recording?
This is the exorcism of Adrian Gordon. Present are Father Frederick, pastor of the Church of Wormhill, as conducting exorcist, and as witness and doctor, Prioress Valentina Antolini.
It has begun. Let us pray.
In nomine
Patris, et
Patris,
Filii, et Spiritus Sancti.
Sancti. Amen.
Amen. Most glorious Prince of the heavenly armies, Saint Michael the Archangel, defend us in our battle against principalities and powers, against the rulers of this world of darkness, against the spirits of wickedness in the high places. Come to the assistance of men whom God has created to his likeness, and whom he has redeemed at a great price from the tyranny of the devil. We know your name, demon, you that calls itself Mordred. Release Adrian, I command you in the name of our Lord.
Stoop down in pure spirit.
Mordred, you who made yourself guilty during life and therefore remain guilty in death and beyond, go to the hell in which you belong. Go into purgatory, where you should burn, sinner, for all your deeds.
Behold the cross of the Lord.
Mordred, you who has raised the weapon against your brother Marcus, you who murdered your wife with a blade of your sword, Maria, whose soul has found no peace since then.
Behold the cross of the Lord.
Guilty you are, Mordred, and guilty you will always be. Bow beneath the all-powerful hand of God. Release Adrian and go there where you can receive the vengeance of God.
О,
Father Frederick.
так. Чего? А это все-таки он вышел из... Или он просто ударил отца и вернулся обратно?
It's the wrong place. There's nowhere for him to go here. Not from his world.
Oh, Father.
Он мне всегда
Эйдриан.
нравился как персонаж.
Adrian, wake up!
Глава 6. Ладно.
Thank you again for helping me bring Adrian to the castle.
But of course, miss. Is there anything else I can do for you?
No, not at the moment.
Then I'll come over again tomorrow. Have a nice day.
See you. As long as Adrian's still asleep, I should let the Archbishop know about the current state of affairs.
То есть, получается, мы сейчас за нее играем. Ладно. Я не поняла, почему наш дворецкий вообще ушел. Он же, в принципе, должен быть где-то поблизости. Ну, в доме, я имею в виду, по крайней мере. Как Бейтс, помните? Ладно. Давайте тогда звоним архиепископу, раз она так хочет.
Your Grace, this is Prior Santolini. There were complications. The exorcism failed. No, I don't think that was the reason. Yes. Yes, but that only makes sense if the demon is unknown. Correct, Your Grace. We underestimated his strength. Father Frederick is dead. He was thrown across the room, and Okay. No. The Guardian is doing well considering the circumstances. Yes, Your Grace. I understand. I also think that the location is crucial. The Guardian had an image of Pictish glyphs with him, the same as those engraved on a shade portal. That's exactly where the demon must be forced back. Yes, into the Black Mirror. It'll be no problem to get there. The demon itself tries to force its way to the mirror. It's drawn to it like a magnet. He won't cause us any problems until then. On the contrary, Guardian and demon will be hard to keep apart. Yes, that's the other side of the coin. But, Your Grace, the man is probably the only one who can fulfill this task. Yes. Is there an alternative to exorcism? Of course, I'll do that. All right then. First, I have to find the entrance to the catacombs under the castle. A chapel is mentioned in the records, which is found down there. That's where I guess the Black Mirror is. Yes. Yes. Thank you, Your Grace. Thank you. Good. As long as Adrian is still asleep, I can start looking for a way in. Most secret passageways in old walls have the characteristic of not being sealed completely airtight. That could help me.
Ладно, давайте тогда в подвал, посмотрим, что там можно сделать. Она говорила про катакомбы. Я уж не знаю.
Creepy darkness. That reminds me of something very unpleasant from my childhood in the convent.
Так, здесь никакого выключателя нет. Ладно. Или рычаг. Я уж не знаю, как она его нащупала.
That's the main switch for the cellar. The electricity has been switched off completely for safety reasons.
Ну так и чего? Ты не будешь его включать? Темный угол.
Can't get any further here. The corner's just a last resting place for junk.
Ладно, колодец. Наверное, что здесь, нет?
The well seems to be dry. The well seems to be dry.
А, все. Хорошо, водяной насос, лужа.
The sewer system under the castle couldn't deal with all that firefighting water. 3 weeks ago, the water in the cellar was still up to my knees. It'll be months before anyone will be able to access the sewer system without diving equipment.
Так, колодец, она уже говорила насчет него, да?
The well seems...
Ладно. Водяной насос. Уже не знаю.
A water pump. The workmen brought it with them to pump out the cellar. This was actually only rented for a week.
Да, вот колодец и все фактически. То есть тут нечего больше.
The well seems to...
Все, да? Подожди. Бочки. Конечно, так не особо удобно.
The wine barrels have been empty for decades. The last generation of Gordons were tea drinkers.
Ну ладно. Лестница наверх. Ой.
The electricity in the cellar has been turned off for safety reasons.
М,
So, unfortunately, the light switch doesn't work.
Давайте свою
A
щетку.
dustpan and brush. These are clearly too small for the current condition of the castle. I'm sure there's wine stored in these barrels.
Мгм. Здесь.
The source of the fire was here in the kitchen. The room up there was the butler's room, I think. I was almost killed by a ceiling beam during the first inspection with the workmen. That's why there are supports in here. The wonderful cutlery didn't survive the fire very well. I've stored the remains in boxes upstairs.
Ну ладно. Что, у тебя тоже есть дневник, нет? Кинжал.
The Gordon file. The last entry is from 1923.
М,
It notes the handing over of the guardian position to Victoria Gordon. Right at the front of the file is a copy of a letter from Marcus Gordon. In it, he says that the entrance to the Shade Portal is sealed with an altar. The underground chapel was consecrated and prevents the shades from entering the catacombs.
м, Плитка, мусор. Слушайте, я без понятия. Давайте сюда, допустим. Я не знаю. Подвал — это единственный, мне кажется, вариант вообще.
When I first came here, this room wasn't being used. I've had everything that's still usable brought into here. Paintings tell a lot about the period in which they were painted. Fortunately, these ones weren't too badly damaged by the fire.
Угу. Ну ладно. В комнату Виктории, может быть, тоже сходим.
Lately, I
ой,
hardly had the
извините.
chance to have a look around. Well, she'd understand now.
Комната.
Victoria's dressing room. The only area in this room I could have a look at. But in vain, though. There really are only clothes here. I completely forgot about the machines. As soon as all of this is over, I'll have them picked up. Just a minute. There's a syringe here with adrenaline in it. I'll take it with me just in case of an emergency.
Мне не очень нравится ее голос. Этой женщины, которая озвучивает.
The image of a beautiful woman. I'm thinking that must be Maria.
Ладно. Я думала, это Виктория в молодости, когда выходила замуж, может быть.
Those are all things that were close to Victoria's heart. But there's nothing of interest to me there, though.
Туалетный столик.
Even though she was really ill in her final days, she still set great store in keeping a well-groomed appearance.
Ой, подожди. Куда я тыкнула?
There's only jewelry in here. 2 necklaces, a pair of earrings, and rings. It's all silver and stylish. Huh. The jewelry case weighs at least 5 kilos. And what is that? There's some kind of flap on the underside. But how do I open it? I can't see any keyhole or anything like that. I'll show it to Adrian as soon as he's awake. Perhaps he knows something about it.
Ну да, возможно. Да, тут все, да, получается. Ой, подожди, как? А, да, вот так. Здесь ничего. К Эдриану.
Adrian is still asleep. I'll leave him in peace.
Хорошо, тогда первый этаж, я уже не знаю, зайдем в чайную комнату сначала, потом, может быть, вернуться в библиотеку, посмотреть, что там. Письменный стол. Заново все смотрим.
There are only Victoria's papers here. Bank statements, bills, and so on. They're of no use.
И знаете, мне что-то стало как-то не очень хорошо по одной причине, потому что я внезапно вспомнила, что нам дальше придется делать. Это будет непросто, скажу я вам.
Black mold. According to Greg, it was caused by the extinguishing water, which offers an excellent breeding ground for molds once it's soaked into the walls. Black mold.
Никак не соскрести. Ну ладно. Не, просто действительно там, когда нам показали вот эту вот сестру Анталини, что мы можем играть за нее, я внезапно вспомнила, что черт.
Greg was going to repair the grandfather clock, but he never got around to it. A
Мраморница.
plain marble pedestal. I almost like it more than the sculpture on it. I didn't even like horses when I was a little girl. I prefer small animals.
У нас получается такая... Получается, да, она же не знает.
A
Что?
statue of the Virgin Mary. She was
У нас там
venerated
небольшой
for her
сейф.
humility and her firm belief in God.
Давайте в библиотеку еще раз сходим, и, может быть, я не знаю, тоже что-то можно подобрать, нужное нам в будущем.
The floor of the library is higher than the rest of the rooms on the ground floor. Perhaps the secret entrance is hidden under it. Or maybe just old-fashioned underfloor heating. The floor of the library, perhaps...
Ну так посмотри. Нет, ты не будешь? Ладно.
Mainly lexicons and biographies about British lords. I found a book about the Guardians here. A mighty pillar, The wooden cladding is decorated with carvings. There's only English literature here. Shakespeare, etc. I've already read them all. There's only...
Ну, это все, в принципе, она повторит, правильно?
Mainly a mighty pill.
Да, ну тут... Не знаю, давайте посмотрим на дерево. Гордов.
The Gordon family tree. Many of the guardians were women.
Mhm.
Isabella, Emily, Rosa. But also Marcus Gordon, Albert, and Durham. There are records on them in the Vatican Library. The many, but also...
Так, сейчас я думаю, куда бы сходить. Нам нужно куда-то еще позвонить.
I've already spoken to the Archbishop. There's no reason to call him again.
Угу. Я уж не знаю. Здесь, я думаю, что ничего такого, ну ладно,
There were
давайте.
still some old tiles stored in the cellar. If no one had saved them back then the whole floor would have had to been relaid.
Ну, давайте
The
краеугольный камень
entrance to
тоже.
the catacombs used to be under the foundation stone, but Marcus had it sealed off. Now it's only a cellar down there. The entrance to the now it's...
Ладно,
I
глобус.
once saw such a huge globe in the museum in Moscow. It was also made of metal. I remember that Australia was only half depicted on it, because they hadn't yet mapped it out completely when they made it.
А, здорово. Ладно.
The entrance to the... Now it's...
Мусор.
I wanted the rubble to be stored in the hall, so that the kids that sometimes meet outside the castle don't injure themselves. But I didn't think it would be so much. I don't see any way to get through this door. The
Давайте.
entrance to the catacombs must be in the castle.
М.
I'll only get wet outside.
Так, то есть... И в сад он
The
тоже.
entrance to the...
Так, что мне делать, я не знаю. Потому что... Единственное место — это подвал. У нас тут только спички.
Victoria's jewelry casket. There's...
Да-да-да. Давайте еще раз сходим. Ни черта не видно. М-м. Да, вот
The well
колодец.
seems to be dry.
Еще раз зажги. Ну тут, видишь, видите, вот здесь нельзя что-то, пока свет
The well
горит.
seems to be dry.
Может его как-то записать, я не знаю.
The well seems to be...
Да, ты уже это сказала, только что мне тут с этим делать? Не подходит. Все, больше, да, никаких этих... М-м. Нет, здесь вот единственное место — это вот этот колодец. Но я не знаю. И мне кажется, он как бы и должен быть с каким-то входом. Но она говорит только этот колодец сухой. И что?
The well seems to be dry.
М-м. Других нет. Активных зон. Что же мне делать? Я не знаю. Может быть, тут лестница наверх. Здесь никакой лестницы нет. Опять же. Я не знаю уже. Куда мне? Ой, подожди. Подожди. Так, здесь никуда не пройти дальше. Нет? Что мало ли, знаете. Опять вот, допустим, они же не подсвечивают вот только какие-то точки. Они не подсвечивают вход куда-то или проход куда-либо. Наверное, мы что-то не взяли. У меня такое ощущение. Чтобы какой-то вывод по поводу колодца сделать. Так вот что? Непонятно. Здесь нет активных точек. На кухню идем. Из дома она выходить не хочет. Это все хранится только в доме. Идем в холл. Сейчас все обтыкаем просто, чтобы вот прям вот 100%.
The
Герб.
Gordon family crest, a shield with blue background and 5 golden lilies.
Смотрите, вот эта
The
штука.
entrance to the cave-
Да-да.
Now it's only
Да-да, то есть же. Я просто хочу так, чтобы все было, мы точно подобрали. Диктофон. Так, дальше. Чайную комнату, опять же. Там только это пятно. Активно, правильно? Опять же. Я понимаю, что это бред, но мне приходится уже, знаете. Дальше идем в библиотеку. Активные точки вот эти вот, да? Сюда
the
она,
floor. Perhaps the
она не хочет смотреть, то есть... Нет. Ну, это, естественно, я понимаю, что это чушь. Я просто хочу, чтобы все на 100% было проверено. Может, Библию куда-нибудь, нет? Ладно, спички. Тебе там пожара не хватило? Ты еще тут хочешь что-то?
The flame is burning uniformly. There's only
Ладно. Колонна. Должен какой-то воздух выходить или что?
There you go. The flame flickers here. There's a draft. And this room has no windows. I guess there's a cavity behind or in the pillar. But how do I get at it?
Там загадка,
Why
наверное,
didn't I
будет.
think of that sooner?
Загадка
This
будет.
plate can be removed. There's a metal wall behind it. And there's a strangely shaped hole in it too. A keyhole, I guess.
Ну да, у нас ничего такого нет. Только вот это.
The hole is the shape of a cogwheel.
Мгм.
A normal key definitely doesn't fit in here.
Да, хорошо, то здесь не будем проверять уже. Так, здесь ничего. Ладно, тогда... Слушайте, ну, наверх к Дэрену. А, все, отлично, он проснулся.
Adrian,
Привет.
how are you doing?
Hungover. What happened?
You suddenly lost consciousness during the exorcism.
Did it work? Is Mordred gone? What about my eyes? Are they still black?
К сожалению, да.
There were a few complications.
So it didn't work?
Unfortunately not. It doesn't seem Mordred can be cast out with prayers alone.
Strange. It always seems to work in the movies.
Maybe it was the wrong script.
The Bible. Yeah.
Так, глаза все еще черные.
Your eyes are normal again. At least
Ah.
for the moment.
Нет,
But I'm
ладно.
afraid that it won't stay like that for long.
I guessed as much. Why am I in the castle? I thought it wasn't safe here.
That's true, but I had no other choice. Edward helped me bring you here.
Edward? Huh. And where is Father Frederick?
He's still in the church. We're going back to him later.
Ты не собираешься ему
Father
рассказывать?
Frederick is out of it. Mordred's power was too much for him. We'll have to be quick if we're going to save you.
What are we waiting for then? I feel almost good. At least I'm ready for the final spurt.
Ладно, Мордред.
I have another idea of how we can get rid of Mordred. But for that, we must go to the Black Mirror, where the curse began.
Where everything began. Victoria told me exactly that. Shortly before she died. I should go to where everything began, but I've got no idea where that is and how to get there.
Так, катакомбы.
I found something interesting in the library. I think it's some kind of secret door to the catacombs.
A secret door in the library? Let me guess. It's locked, right? And you've got no idea how to open it.
I was hoping you could help me.
Why not? I haven't got anything else planned.
Подожди. Открой мне
Have you
шкатулку.
got any idea how to open this? I mean the secret compartment on the bottom. Seems to be a very complicated mechanism.
Отлично. Окей, что это?
Yes, of course, there's that way too.
По-моему, это как раз-таки
A
наш ключ.
golden sword hilt from Victoria's jewelry casket. It's decorated with 4 gemstones, probably rubies. There's a 5th socket there too, but it seems there's a stone missing.
О, слушайте, ну у нас уже... Да, мы близки к финалу. Можно переключаться. Да. Ой, мне страшно, как обычно. О, ну вы это увидите. Ладно, слушайте, я думаю, что можно сейчас уже завершить эту серию, и мы дальше, как сказали наши герои, сделаем финальный рывок, и там уже все разрешится. Вам я говорю огромное спасибо за просмотр. Надеюсь, вам нравится. Мы с вами встретимся уже в следующих сериях. И до скорого!